how is
multiples.
Andrea's ping? It's looking perfect now. Wait, I am
Wow!
ready. Yeah,
I
let's
am.
go,
Alright,
let's
it's
go.
Graf.
Oh, yay!
Oh, we're
Alright,
going straight to quali, okay.
alright, welcome everyone for yet another round of Challenger League. We are here today in Sochi, a track that was used in the first season of Sunday League and also in the season 5. But of course, it's the first time we are using a custom version, this one made by Butter and Kado. And yeah, there's been quite some talks in the paddock because of a certain return of a certain driver. That driver is no other than Jake Brad, who is returning to race for his own team in the Challenger League, which is Vintage Aero Racing. So they have a really good chance of taking that lead in the constructors right now. As we see the drivers just adding their laps, because now it's a sprint race and it's only one lap qualifying on duets. Whoa, here we go. Really big surprise now. Miko starting from pole position with a lap of 32.77. Then we have Kado starting alongside. Then we have Giroud in third place, starting alongside Kubo. Then we have Levy, followed by Soise. Then we have the vintage aero racing drivers. It's Jake and Uris. Then we have Kader and Kraft P10. Then we have Andres and Trixie on the back of the grid. So, oh my god, big surprise from Miko, I gotta say. We don't really see them that much, but today he's taken pole position. Let's see, what can he do in the race? Hopefully, it's not him having the Portugal karting track, but I think that's not the case. So yeah, the drivers are getting ready. Of course, today there's also two big other things. One of them being Sexy Digger, I think, has retired sadly because of his keyboard problems. So he DNF in the last race, which probably took him out of the title fight. And also Rosimi is not present today, so that's another big big retirement for today, or a big DNS, which leaves Gironi with a really comfortable lead in the championship after these two races. But here we go now. We are racing in Challenger League with Miko starting from the lead. As you can see, he tries to protect the sideline as his teammate tries to go for on the outside. As you can see now, Scuderia Carmona drivers in the first two places with Cado now trying to go for the move on the outside. There he goes. He's gonna try to take the lead, and I think he's made it just that. And as you can see, Gironi just touching the grass on the inside. As you see, Kubo up into P4 right now. And now they both crash to the wall. You see Kader there, P5 or P6 right now. You see Levy, P5. Meanwhile, we see Kubo going for the inside of Shironi, trying to take into turn one. We see also Levy also trying to take the inside line, but they all survive into that turn one. And right now it's Kado leading. Kado made this track and certainly knows this track quite well, as we see a really surprising Miko in second place here. And yeah, certainly to a really good start. As we see, we got some clash with Kado, so that's something he has to pay attention to. That Kado has a bigger ping. Let's see how he can be better in the rain in these 11 laps. You can see now Miko trying to go for the inside line. Can he make the move? I think they go now wheel to wheel to the next big right-hander. But now Miko has the inside line. Can he take the lead? And I think he has done that. Miko is up into the lead with Kado now in second place. Then we see Levi and Kubo fighting for third place. Kubo, who won the last feature race, now could potentially be looking for another win, but let's see. I think one of the biggest surprises is Jake only P7. He has been looking really fast in practice and he was looking to be the biggest favorite to take the win in both these two races. But maybe he hasn't practiced that much in the rain, so that could be why he's struggling. As right now we see the Belarus drivers crashing into each other. You see now Levy going a bit wide, but Jiruni cannot make any moves. But now things will seem to be get much more calm. You see the drivers just racing in single file, completely separated by each other, and surprisingly, it's Miko, out of nowhere. He came just here and he took pole position, and now he's leading the race. Could be on for his first ever sprint race win. It's Kado in second place, and we have Kubo and Levy, then Juruni and Jake. Now in P6, let's see what can the Vita Serial driver do. But actually, at the back there's a quite massive battle. We see Reese, Andres, and Crafted Trixie. Trixie still holding on to this pack. Let's see now. Craft closing the door to Reese, but he goes wide, and now Reese might go for that P8 battle. And there he goes. He's up into P8, and we see Kraft now in P9 as Reese will touch the grass and slow down everyone. As we see now Trixie on the inside, might be able to make the move. Oh my god, Trixie just crashing everyone into the wall. As we see now Kraft taking advantage of that, and now up into P8. Oh my god, try to use chaos here. And I think the smartest will certainly prevail and win this battle for P8. As we see now Kraft's about to run away, but I think Heather will be able to close up that gap once more. There's another battle here. It's Jake now catching the Barrels drivers. We see Levy on the inside into turn 1. There he goes, he makes the move. I think Jake was pushing to the grass on the outside. There you go. Now Jake has the inside. I think Levy crashed to the wall. It's quite messy track for battling, that's for sure. But now we see, oh my god, Jiruni with huge exit there in that corner. Now we see Levy following him, and then we see Jake in P6. Meanwhile, we have Reese here in P8, followed by Trixie and then Tyler and Kraft. Oh, big crash there into the final straight. Now we see Andrews taking advantage of that as he goes to turn 1. He takes the inside, he makes the move. So Kraft is now down in P12. Yeah, it's a big battle happening here, and we see the drivers just shaking up positions, swapping the positions quite a lot. As now we see Reese trying to go from inside into that chicane. Cannot end up well, and I think he kind of does, as we see Trixie with a really good result in P8. We don't often see him up there, so yes, certainly he's gonna try his best to hold up the wrist. As you can see, then you have the snowflake drivers, Andres and Kader battling Kraft. As you see, oh, they both take each other to the grass, and now Kraft is just past him. He's certainly gonna be thankful for that, and Andres probably is not gonna be impressed by his teammate. As we see Trixie and Reese also still crashing, so Reese not really in the ideal position. Meanwhile, for P5 we still see Jake and Levy, but Levy completely messed up turn 1, so Jake will just run away, I think. So yeah, well, at the front everything does seems kind of obvious who's faster, who's second faster, and third fastest. Kind of, as the drivers are separated by a huge gap that seems to be extending. And meanwhile, we are going for the final lap. As you can see, Miko, he got his best lap of 32.72. Then we have Hello as the best lap of 32.77. So 78, then it's Kubo with 32.8. So yeah, now making the final corners. Here goes Miko. He touches the grass, but it doesn't matter. He's just making the final 2 corners. Oh, what has happened? Oh, big crash for him. I don't know what the hell happened there. As you can see, Skado is gonna take the win of the sprint race. Kubo takes second. Juruni will be third. But I don't know what happened to him. I think he just crashed randomly in the final 2 corners. Oh, what a big disaster. It was about to be one of the best storylines ever. Suddenly, he just crashes off out of the lobby in the end. What the hell happened? Oh my goodness me, it was literally in the final corner. He completely crashes. As we see, I think he might have to wait quite a lot because, yeah, with Miko crashing, I don't think that... Oh, there he goes. No, he's just crashed. Oh my goodness me. Oh my god, what a big disaster. I don't think you can get more unlucky than that. Going from first place to a DNF and he's... Oh my goodness me, I don't know how I can describe this. Because right now with 19 seconds countdown, literally everyone can finish the race. It's not like with the 10 seconds where you can still not be last, but Oh my god. So here you have to wait now 10 seconds until the end of this countdown. Maybe the drivers could use that to do some laps with cold wets. But for now, there he goes, the race is ended. And here we go, Kado will end up taking the win of this sprint race. Meanwhile, Kubo will follow him for second place, then Gironi will complete the podium. Meanwhile, the return Jake will now be in P4 and then followed by Levy. Then you have Suicide P6 followed by Reese. Then you have Trixie with an amazing P8 now reserved for the HP today. Then we have Andres that Craft goes in the top 10. Meanwhile, we have Kader and Miko. Sadly, his NF right on the final corner of this race, and but still he's gonna take the fastest lap. But damn, what a huge shock! It was shocking everyone by winning this sprint and taking pole position, but in the end, he is shocking everyone by DNF and literally on the final corner. Oh my goodness me! Oh my god! You can say whatever you want, but Jesus Christ, crashing literally on the final corner. Are you joking? Like it was certain that he was going to win, but damn, what the fuck? So yeah, Kado will take his first win. So certainly really great for him, but I'm pretty sure he didn't want to do it this way. But it is what it is. There's nothing we can do now. So alright, so next race is gonna be the feature. It's 29. It's 29 laps, and it's gonna be a drag race. Now that's where the strategy comes in, because there's no rain to interrupt the strategy and to screw up some of the drivers. And now qualifying is going to be 3 laps, so here we go now. Let's hope that Miko doesn't crashes again, because he certainly deserves to win. Alright, so now we're back into qualifying. 3 laps now. Alright, so here we go. Drivers are starting. Let's see, he's going to be the first to cross the line. Looks like to be Heather. Maybe wrist. Yeah, that seems to be a wrist. He doesn't reverse into the first lap. Let's see now he's making these corners. Quite tricky section. It's actually really tricky track. Looks easy, but it's so easy to mess up at the same time. Especially so easy to touch that grass on the inside and lose some time. And he was completing the first lap. It's 32.22. They have Miko with 32.47. So if it was one lap qualifying for on this race, then he wouldn't take pole position. But right now seems to be Kubo 31.9. Let's see if there's anybody. And I think there's Jake now with 31.67. That seems to be the first lap, the best lap for now. Let's see, Gironi also with the sub 32. So there he goes, improving for the 31.82. Meanwhile, we have Nico with the 32.35. That's a quite solid lap, and I think that could be pole position. So Miko just surprising everyone once again. I'm pretty sure he's gonna have quite a lot of offers for reserving, because there are so many teams needing a reserve driver today. So I think Miko might take pole position now. And let's see, and there we go with Miko with the lap of 31.37 taking pole position, and once again it's Carlo starting alongside. Meanwhile, Jake with a much better qualifying with start from third place, followed by Kubo. Then you have Juroni P5, followed by Suicide. And we have Reese P7, then Craft P8, then it's Trixie P9, then Andres P10. Then on the back of the grid is gonna be Levy and Keller. So you can see 0.65 seconds between first and last. So that might tell something. Certainly, the difference is a bit less compared to the last round. Let's see now. 29 laps. This race is gonna be a race without any rain. Here you go. The driver is almost ready. Just gather. Okay, what the hell is just running this season to leaving? Please stop. Okay, so the drivers are getting ready for the race. As the lights just go out, and now we are racing each other once again. As people will start from the inside, we see Jake now trying to take second place. As Caldo might try to take first, but no, Miko managed to defend pretty well that first place. He might be able to run away if the drivers in second are not careful. But here we go now, Jake trying to take the lead, but he's pushing to the grass. Meanwhile, Jeroni might try and overtake for second. Oh my god, big right rocket now. Big right leg rocket between Jeroni and Kubo. That's the championship leader. Quite down the order, but he still has he's gonna have a U championship lead at the end of this race because the main title rivals are not present today. Meanwhile, it's Shake Brad leading the race and he's doing quite well. Meanwhile, we have Kado and Trixie in third and P4. Then we have Miko now down in P5, so not really a good start for him as he now tries to pass Trixie now. Yeah, now we saw Glexi, it seems like he coming really late. Meanwhile, you have Jake now leading the race quite a way, as you see Kyler, who started from last place, already up to third, fighting for the podium position right now. Probably taking quite a lot of advantage of this chaos is now he just completely messed up the first corner, now down in P6, getting passed by Levi, Uris and Kyler. Now we see some of these drivers, it's just complete chaos right now. You see Kyler now up into third, and it's Levi now, just getting no space. I think he got pushed by Kader as well. Then we have Reese right behind and Crafts. Yes, you can see most drivers are starting with the softs, but then we see drivers with the hards and mediums. But as you can see, most of them are quite far behind, so that might show something about the tires. But yeah, we see also Gironi, obviously alongside Kubo at that big leg rocket in that first lap, and they completely fall into the final places. But now they are trying to recover. But meanwhile, in a really good situation, it's certainly Jake. He's leading the race and he has a good gap on Miko. But now Miko is also along with Kado as well. So now it's the real challenge to see who has better pace, to see who can get up to front. And see who can win this race. But well, now we see Kader. I think he pushed Reese to the wall. We see now Kader and Levi now going side by side, and they both seem to survive relatively well. But yeah, Kader with a really bad qualifying, now having a much better race. He's a bit before. Let's see how far can he go now as you see Levi try to go for the inside line. But he doesn't manage to make the overtake, as now Kader makes a big mistake, so Levi is happy to P4, and now Reese might try the overtake on each side and also managed to pass the Colombian driver. For P5 he touched the grass. We have Gironi and Kubo now going side by side, and Kubo is the inside line. Now he's Gironi with the inside, but now it's Kubo on the inside again, so yeah, it's a lot of twisty corners. Now I wonder how they will be battling this race, because certainly they won't be happy with each other, especially after that leg rocket. But let's see if they can come down now, as now Kubo's tires certainly starting to get old after 7 laps. Theoretically they only lost maximum 9 laps. But now we see Kado and Miko now fighting for second place, so Miko may have lost some distance to Kado, as now Jake is running to the pits and he's going for soft tires once again. After 7 laps, as now he's gonna be in the middle of this battle between Kubo and Gironi. Let's see if Kubo will let him pass. Now Jake is the insider, there he goes. So yeah, when there's these early undercuts, it's so important that you don't really end up on huge traffic. Because it's on the first pit stop that that's really easy to happen. Now Kato will respawn now, pitting on the second lap going for that undercut on Miko. And meanwhile, Miko will enjoy some of that clean air. Let's see how fast can he go now on this lap. He's made a 32.43 on the final lap, which is quite impressive, but I'm pretty sure maybe there was some slipstream involved, so let's see now. He's just making the final corners. Yeah, certainly struggling a little bit, and he's going. Oh my god, he's actually extending these tires even more, so he's going for 10 laps, and I'm pretty sure that's gonna be a only 3 stints, so only 2 pit stop, and he's with the soft tires, so yeah, this could pretty much show how superior the soft tires are here. As right now we see Jake still in second place, but he's certainly getting closer and closer as his tires are certainly much better. Now we still have Gironi also still yet to pit, but he has started with the hard tires, so that's quite understandable. You know, still see Kraft also still yet to pit, but he started with mediums, but now there he goes. And Gironi also pitting after 10 laps. And Gironi, yeah, not sure about Gironi's strategy. It seems like he's going for hard tires, but only taking 10 laps with that, so I'm not sure. Maybe with the hards, he'll maybe try a one stop, but yeah, but I think the superior strategy is certainly to stop with the softs. I think, but softs and mediums as well that could work. You see Miko taking the medium tires, and if you could get some of that safety pedal, that would be amazing for him. But right now we see David or Van der Ries battle each other, and they both go wide into turn one. Both push to the grass. As now we see Levy trying to go for the inside, as a better exit, and he managed to keep the position. I think Miko has managed to actually catch up to Kado, so really good position for him to now stay behind Kado. But let's see, maybe the experience might tell him to overtake. There you go, he's now in third. There he goes, taking slipstream of Kado, but now it's ready to move on the each side. Oh, yeah, he's now keeping it behind, but I think Kado will let him pass. That's a little bit weird, but yeah, now Miko has passed Kado, now happy to second place. As Jake is now leading with a quite comfortable lead, but in the end he might actually make an extra pit stop compared to the other two drivers. I'm pretty sure Miko's on a 2 stop and Jake is on a 3 stop. Because he pitted on lap 7 and 7 times 4 is 28, so one of these teams might be with 8 laps. And there he goes, Jake pitted on lap 14. Now it's Miko, now it's second in Kado. Now you have this massive battle. Now it's Levy, Reese, and Kubo. Who's certainly doing an amazing recovery after being almost last place with Juroni. So now Reese might try to move on inside, and Levy goes wide and gets pushed to the grass. Now it's gonna get followed by Juroni. Might certainly try and move because yeah, Levy has really old tires. So now we see Reese and Kubo going side by side. Kubo screws up that corner. Now there he goes, Gironi. Might try and overtake. Oh, but I think may have crashed to the wall. Oh, there we go, both Kubo and Reese going to the pits. Let's see which tires they're gonna take. Kubo goes for the softs and Reese goes for softs as well. Another driver who pitted was also Jake. Yeah, I think I have said that before, so yeah, he pitted on lap 14. We have Kado with some really old soft tires and Miko with relatively good medium tires, so yeah, really interesting strategy. And now we see Kado pitting. He's going for soft tires after 16 laps, so he's going 8 laps stints. It's Shironi now in third place. So maybe actually, yeah. Now I see. I think most drivers are not going for a two-stopper, but more like to a three-stopper, except maybe Miko. So yeah, so maybe taking the hearts for Journey might not have been the worst idea. So let's see now what will Journey do later on in terms of strategy. But now he has Kader who goes completely wide in the last two corners, and now he's gonna get some of that slipstream and might want to pass the Belarus driver. There he goes with the third place, and Gironi certainly want to keep this slipstream as much as he can, because that will certainly bring him a really huge advantage. But now I think he has lost it already. Well, yeah, he certainly lost it. Now it's going to be really hard to take it back because Kado's tires are certainly much faster unless he makes a mistake. Then he was really close, but I don't think he's gonna be able to. Or maybe, yeah, he's just really close of getting that slipstream, but not close enough uh, for now. Meanwhile, we have Susan and Levy now battling each other. Levy with much better tires as he has an extra pit stop. There he goes now, Levy on the inside, though, and Susan goes completely wide into the grass. So yeah, now the race is certainly much calm now. The drivers completely separated by a certain gap. So right now is Miko leading this race. Still yet to make his second pit stop, then he's been followed by Jake. Then we have Kado. It's third, then you have Juruni, then Huris, Kubo, Kraft, Levi, Suset, Kader, and Trixie. Yeah, I wonder if Miko will pit now, and there he goes after 20 laps, going for the second pit stop. With 9 laps to go, let's see which tires gonna go. Oh, he's going for soft tires. And I thought those tires can last it till the end of the race, but let's see now where he's gonna leave, and he's right behind Hello, and he was lagging for a bit, and I thought he was DNFing again. But now he's trying to go for the inside line, now the outside. Can Miko make the move? And yes, he can. He's up into second place. Quite crucial overtake from Carlo because he has much older tires that could possibly slow him down. Now soon Jake should pit, and there he goes. Jake is pitting, so Miko by saving a pit stop, he's pretty much has done that final undercut now. Let's see what can Jake do. From third place, he has to catch up to Pedro. I'm pretty sure he's going to quit pretty soon. But Miko certainly wants, so yeah, that's one lap difference when it comes to the tires. So I wonder who is gonna win from these two drivers. But I think Miko has a really good chance, as he does seem to have a big enough gap to keep it to the end. We have Reese and Kubo battling each other. They both have quite old softs and should be pitting pretty soon. There goes Reese to the pits. Kubo goes as well. Meanwhile, we have Julini who has made this last pit stop already. Now happy to be first. So what an amazing recovery by the current championship leader. And it's because of things like this that he's certainly leading the CL standings right now. And there he goes now. Gavel pitting with 6 laps to go. So it's gonna be really short final stint. And I think he's gonna keep third place. Rooney's gonna be close, but not close enough to even be on any slipstream. So I think that's gonna be third place for Cado, unless a big disaster happens. And yeah, I think for the first two places, yeah, the gap is like 3.5 seconds. So I think Miko might certainly win this one, unless he crashes out of the server with 2 laps to go once again. But hopefully that won't happen again. Right, so looking at other battles, it's now Reese versus Kubo. They certainly have really similar tires, so anything can happen here for P5. You see now Kubo tries to go for this sideline, but Reese doesn't want to leave this place, but there he goes. I think Kubo is up into P5. But he crashes Reese a bit into the wall as now Reese goes wide, but still has a slipstream mode now, but now he makes a mistake. Let's see what can Reese do. Oh, and he's on the slipstream of Kubo, there he goes. Can Reese go for the move on the chicane? I think Kubo is now inside liner, and yeah, Reese is walking to the grass a little bit. There he goes now, Reese taking that slipstream back. He's staying behind, but he's on the inside line. Can he go for the move? And now he can. He's staying behind. It's certainly not the easiest track to overtake, although it can be so easy to mess up some of these corners, and I think that's where he can take the advantage. Now we saw Kubo just touching the grass and he blocks Suris, but now there he goes Suris on his sideline. Can he make the move? And I think he can, but you can see now Kubo still trying to defend, but now he's down 86. Let's see, it's a quite big battle right now as you see Suris trying to close that door on the inside, but there he goes now. Kubo has that inside line, and I think he was up there, but now Suris has managed to take it back because Kubo touched the grass. There he goes, still these two drivers batting for a second. I think Kubo has a much better exit now. He's gonna try and make a move on the outside though, and they both go into the grass. But Kubo comes out better from there. See now, Kubo, Reese once again taking its sideline as Kubo has to go for the outside. Now it's Reese kind of defending right now. Yeah, he can keep P5. Now there goes Kubo once again, might try the inside line. And he's happy to P5 once again, so yeah, these two drivers will be swapping positions until the end of the race. Because their tires are really similar. There we go now, Reese and Kubo might be a leg rocket, and ooh, it kind of was. But the only caused Reese to go wide, and now Kubo is happy to P5, and let's see if he can run away from the Portuguese driver. I think that could be important for him to keep that top 5 finish, which would certainly be great after what happened at the start, so still a really good recovery. Something even more impressive is Julian, who just gained 5 seconds with his strategy. Meanwhile, Jake is gonna... So Jake is gonna win the race once again, and Cadel then... I cannot believe this. Miko once again, I think he just crashed on the last corner, and I'm not sure if this is actually happening to him or if this is a troll, I don't know, but yeah, meanwhile, I don't know what happened between Eurist and Kubo, but seems that Kubo is not happy. But what a weird ending, so Jake will take the win of the Russian Grand Prix after this return. And I think Kado will be second place, and Miko retiring, I don't know, he's just very confused now. Sorry if I couldn't communicate these final laps that well, but yeah, actually I'm starting to get really suspicious about this Miko guy. Yeah. Actually, I wonder if that is Mom's.
What the hell happened at the end?
Miko seems to have retired, like, crashed out of the lobby. I don't know, I feel like that...
Like out
The
of
fact that...
the walls?
Yeah, like in the final corner,
Miko,
so...
like,
I
disconnecting
think
his
that's...
internet in the last lap.
Yeah, I think that's not Miko.
What
So...
Is it like,
What
is
was
someone
that,
else playing for Miko then leaving on purpose because they don't want to win or something?
I'm pretty sure that's
This is
that.
probably an SO regular that just wanted to do some practice, I think.
Yes.
If that is true, that is so unfair still.
Yes. Yeah, some questions to do in FIA, that's for
Yeah.
sure.
When I was third, like I was third behind Jake and Miku crashed. And when he returned to the track, he just swerved around in the middle of the track, and it caused like a huge crash. And I ended up like 8th place or something.
Okay, so
That
making
was
this...
very weird.
Looking at the
What
results...
was that in the last lap?
I'm so utterly confused. I thought he like had a really bad crash or like his controller or something disconnected, so I was gonna wait for him, but I just saw him not move. I was like, what in God's name has happened?
I was just trying to defend because we were kind of getting into a lag rocket. Not sure if
Yeah,
you
because we
noticed
got
that.
into a lag rocket on the penultimate lap, which I don't think was either of our faults. We just turned in an unfortunate way. And I got out ahead, and then the last lap, you were attacking me so hard, I thought you were going to cause another lag rocket.
Oh,
And
but
then
I
I
was ahead on
started
my
attacking
screen, so
back. That was very bizarre. I don't like this track.
yeah, it's not very easy to